Here we go. Here we go. Jess got a little jealous when I was showing off my team. He's like, "Oh, you think you're so cool because your team is different. You don't use Baleygr like everybody else. But let me show you how this is done, all right?" And so she's rocking pretty much the bread and butter. She's got the Baleygr leader skill, the 44% attack damage increase. It's just too strong. This unit is insane. The leader skill is insane. He's just built different. He's got the vertihile for the speed, the turns. He's got Kaki, because it's always Kaki diff. She's got the Riley to keep the team alive with the attack up, with the immunity, keeping them all feeling healthy and fresh. But then, she's running a little Olaf to give even more attack up, attack speed, which is really important, but also some procs over to Baleygr. So Baleygr is hitting at his max damage even more often. And that's what you really want out of him. Is look at how quickly he's getting up to those 5 stacks, and that's going to help you get through those later phases all the easier if he can get off 2 apocalypse attacks instead of just 1 in phase 6. He'll handle that shit by himself because the damage output is just insanity on this unit. And so yeah, she wanted to show off her team so you can see what she's doing. It's clearly very different from mine, the only similar unit being Kaki, but same idea, different strategies. We're just trying to get through this King Slime best we can with what we got. And I don't have Baleygr built. And he's clearly a very strong unit. I probably need to get around to making him at some point. But for the time being, I make it work. But here is what you can do in honestly a pretty free-to-play team here. Like, you could replace Kaki with Rauk easily and still get insane damage, which would mean Olaf is probably the only unit you don't really have available, but at the same time, Olaf is probably the least important unit in this lineup here. And so, very easy to recreate teams, but at the same time, you need to remember that Jess has really good high stats on these units, which allows her to keep up with the damage, pace, and returning the damage that the boss is dishing out to in these later floors. And so yeah, she's moving on to phase 6 here. There's no doubt in my mind she mops up phase 6 relatively easy. Not phase 6, but phase 5 easily. And phase 6 is where it always gets interesting. But I will say, compared to my team, just does not have to deal with worrying about getting stunned as much. Doesn't have to worry about a lot of these attack breaks and other stuff like that because Riley is just constantly applying immunity or cleansing it off. Maybe I need to put my Riley in. I do have my Riley doubled up, mod up now. And so the 3-turn cooldown on that last skill kind of comes in clutch here. So maybe I need to make a little adjustments in my team after watching hers and see what I can do. But now it is time for the also important phase 6. And honestly, her Baleygr is in prime position going into phase 6. He's got 3 stacks, which means he's easily going to hit the 5 unless he griefs it. He just shoots his load with 3 stacks, doesn't wait to get to 5. We'll see if that comes into play. He's right back up to 3, the 4, and he drops the nukes again. He's just got no patience. Every time he gets a turn, he's throwing down the apocalypse. But honestly, the boss is already at half. Like, the damage is there. Riley's gonna shoot him back up 2 more stacks, almost reaching 5 yet again. If Olaf decides he wants to go for his swing ability and give the attack speed, there's no doubt in my mind a fully stacked Baleygr right now will finish off this boss. There's the 3. He doesn't drop Apocalypse. There's the 4, the 5, and that should easily be a phase 6 victory for Jess here, because this Apocalypse, without a doubt, is going to clean up the rest of this boss's HP. There it is. As she moves into phase 7, you can see 2 million damage already achieved. Her team is absolutely just smashing it. Extremely consistent. Baleygr just outputs so much damage. If you haven't made a Baleygr, I highly recommend him. He's going to make a lot of these PvE sections a lot easier for you, whether it's the Rift Beast, the Rift Dungeons, the Rift Rays, or the Guild Slime. As you can see, these large bosses do not stack up to the damage that Baleygr can output in return. And so, my record, as you saw, was 2.3, and she is easily going to pass that and probably hit close to a 2.5 here. Maybe even a phase 6 clear, who knows, depending on how it looks. But right there, Riley got stunned up, and that's going to put a big damper in the damage output here, as Olaf is actually dropping a little low in HP. A lot of the negative debuffs coming down. Her team just can't seem to find a way to get a turn and get these immunities back up. But the Apocalypse drops, and that's going to push her into the 3.4 million, and it doesn't look like a phase 7 win, but we got what we came here for. Phase 6, we are happily going to take that 20 chest for this week, and we keep it consistent around here. All right, so yet again, hopefully you guys are all enjoying the King Slime guild content. I really like it. I look forward to making some new teams. You can see Jess's record is actually 2.5 million using this team, and yeah, hopefully you guys have a great day. Peace.